Bill
Okay,
O'Reilly.
we'll do it live.
We're alive. We're going live. Oh, we're live? Okay, cool.
Yep.
We're back. I don't know. Okay, now we're going to go to the semifinals of the plate. By the way, who won the plate last year? Anybody remember?
Lady Bird won the plate last year.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Lady Bird. That's right. Thank you. All right,
Yeah,
so.
big jump.
Big jump. Okay, semifinals of the plate. You know what? Let's go start with Mr. Hammond.
Let's see. I got drop stoppers and R bar here, with drop stoppers winning that one.
Okay. I'll go next. Fuck it.
Wait, that's not right.
What? What's that? No, that's right. That's right. Yeah. The semifinals of the plate.
Oh, I didn't. Did we go through the quarterfinals on the plate already?
I thought we
Yeah,
did.
we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Maybe I was in the bathroom for that.
As always, we should defer to Hammond because he's not drinking.
Yes.
Right.
All right, fine. Ben, who's your pick of the quarterfinals of the plate? Who you got?
I have assets over Woost.
Yeah, you said that. I remember. Yeah.
R-Bar Sword rematch.
Yeah,
See,
we
this is
talked
why I
about
feel like, did we?
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we can go back to it.
We can go back to it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
That might have been when I was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, I'll just say real quick, assets, and then, R-Bar won once. I'll take them again.
And they're the ones that are being refed by Buddy Waters, correct? Possibly? I
Yeah.
think. Oh, yes. I love it.
Well, in the quarterfinal matchup, it's different refs.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
And the other side there, who do you have there? So.
So next, we had Cork and Soda Jerks. Eesh.
Did we talk about this?
No, we didn't.
No, we
This is
didn't.
why
Oh,
I'm
we
saying
did?
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now we're good.
Going
Okay.
into the semifinals.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Never mind.
I think with a week under their belts, assets beats Woost. And I think R-Bar Sword rematch will be really fun if it happens. Because there's going to be a little bit of bad blood there.
Why not?
And I'll take R-Bar. And then Cork Soda Jerks, I'll go Cork Suckers just because I feel like,
Really?
yeah, they took a lot of losing and I think they're just due to win
So
some.
they've had enough. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then I had... Well, actually, I had Asteroid Head there, but that's wrong. I've got Ghosts because I can't have Asteroid Head winning since
Oh,
they
that's right,
forfeited.
right,
Yeah.
right,
So I got a Button Grind against Ghosts and well, that could be a good one, but I'll take Button Grind.
Button gun? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'll go next. I don't know if I said this. So I had Woost versus Assets. No, I'll have Kicking Assets. Next one, I have who's going to be R-Bar versus Sacred Sword. No, I have R-Bar.
That's some respect for Kicking Assets, even though they're the much lower seeded team.
What's that?
I said that's some respect for Kicking Assets from
Yeah, it
both
is.
of us, even though they're the lower seeded team.
It's their bag, the plate.
Yep.
I will have, let's see, Cork Suckers versus Soda Jerks. No, Cork Suckers. Sorry, Marcus. And B&G versus Ghosts. No, B&G. Button Grind. Alex?
All right. So I've got in the quarters, we got Drop Stoppers versus 23rd Street. Then we're going to have Drop Stoppers winning that one.
Yep. Okay.
I've got R-Bar in the Royal Rumble rematch versus the Foam Swords. And R-Bar winning that one.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the field assignments aren't on here yet, but I hope I get to ref that game if it happens. R-Bar Sacred Sword rematch.
Yeah.
It was testy when I refed it, and if you want testy and fun, it'll be fun for you. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to kicking somebody out of that game if I'm refing it.
I was going to say, man,
You might.
when that was going on, Cougar, you got to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt, being like, I know him. I'm not going to kick him out. Kick his ass out.
No,
Kick him out.
I didn't kick him out. I said a warning.
Kick him out.
I should
It's
give him a
playoffs.
warning. I should give him a warning. I didn't.
Playoffs.
I should have.
It's playoffs.
The funny thing is,
Warnings are out the window.
Cougar kicks more people out and maybe has a shorter fuse, but I am more likely to kick somebody out that I'm really good friends with.
Yeah. Ben's a stickler for the rules.
Yeah,
Cougar's
'cause
so emotional.
I just don't give a fuck. You think you're close to me? Think again.
I feel like Ben's going to kick me out of a game now. He just looked at me way too long.
Oh my gosh. It's you. Oh yeah, you're gone. Yeah,
All right. Second half of the bracket, I've got Corksuckers versus Soda Jerks, with Corksuckers winning that one.
Okay.
And then I've got Jazz House versus the Ghosts. And while getting Jimmy back is a very big boost to the Ghosts, I don't see them being able to knock off Jazz House. Unless all of Jazz House's players go back to college again, which, may happen.
Get back to school. Go get your books and all that. Okay.
All right, I've got Woost versus 23rd Street Brewery, and Woost advancing. R-Bar versus Sword. R-Bar going on to the semifinals.
Wow, everyone's so hard.
Corksuckers versus Jerks, just like everybody else, and Corksuckers winning that game. And in a rematch of the game that turned the league on its head in 2019, I've got Jazz House versus Lawrence Shirt Factory, and Jazz House knocking LSF out again, Cougar.
He's going to throw his hat again.
Come on, dude. Hey, they won one game in the losers bracket. That's a record for them.
Forgetting the rest of the bracket.
That's that's a record for them?
How many games have they won in the losers bracket before?
They've never been in a loser's bracket before!
Zero. So they beat
But
their
you're
record.
saying the first one win in the loser's bracket is the badge of honor? That's how you sounded
Hey,
like.
they beat the Ghosts. That's yeah.
Forgetting
good.
the rest of the bracket, if you put a parlay on Jazz versus Shirt Factory and Jazz winning in the losers bracket, I'm pretty sure that's like 1,500 to 1. You bet
Cougar.
like $2 and win 3,000.
Cougar, let's go to Argosy. We can meet Ray from
I
Corksuckers
am not
there.
betting. No.
We can go play-
No.
Come on, dude.
8 bets off. 8 bets. I'm not gambling. No. Stop. No. Don't. No. Stop it. Where we go? Are we going to the semis and the finals? Sure. Okay, fine.
Yeah, let's just keep going
All
in the
right, Seth,
losers
you go
bracket.
first.
Yeah.
You crazy bastard.
Finishing off the
Fine, yeah.
finishing off the plate,
Sure.
all the way to the title.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? No. You know, fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
So I got Woos versus R-Bar in one semi, and I actually have R-Bar winning that one. And then I have Corksuckers versus Jazz House in a tremendous game in the other semifinal with Corksuckers coming out on top. And then R-Bar bringing home the plate.
What did you say, Corksuckers?
Crazy.
R-Bar bringing home the plate. I got to give them some fucking incentive to lose to
Are
us,
you on
dude.
drugs?
Round one.
Are you on drugs?
No. How many?
I think he's on drugs.
This is
Ref,
the
is he on
advanced
drugs?
are you
Is he on
crazy?
drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Cougar, I am actually going to count 7 shot glasses in front of you right now. I said R-Bar was the next Ladybird, and you didn't understand what I was saying. They're going to win.
Clearly, I did not.
They're going to win the plate this year. That's what's going to happen if they don't beat us in the first round.
There you go. So, all right. So who you have win the plate? You have R-Bar.
R-Bar, yeah.
All right.
Formerly known as Jayhawker CrossFit.
That's not an incorrect pick, unless they have to play Jazz House or Shirt
Literally the
Factory.
21 won that.
Lower
won
seeded
that
teams
final.
have won the plate.
Yeah,
They
the
have
20,
won,
the
that's
20
true.
won it last year. That's not a crazy pick.
That's true. Ben, go ahead.
So I have Assets and R-Bar, which is an interesting game because there are a couple players on R-Bar that used to play for Assets. But Assets is mostly made up of new, young, great players that the players that are playing for R-Bar aren't familiar with. And Assets has a pedigree of winning the plate
That's true.
from
3 in
a
row.
worse ranked position. So I'm going with Assets there. On the flip side, if Cork plays bunt and grind, I feel like it's kind of Cork's to lose. So I'll stick with Cork. So I got Assets Cork in the plate final. And I'm going with not sleeping in the car. So Assets takes the plate.
No, I told you I'd get a hotel room for you, man.
Yeah, but then I have to drive out to KC. It's just not worth it.
No, that's not true. I get you a hotel in Lawrence. There's 2
I don't live
properties.
in Lawrence right now. I live in Olathe.
There's Olathe properties. There's Olathe right there. That's fine.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
Okay,
If it comes down to that semifinal, maybe I'll reevaluate because we'll have a podcast and I might switch my pick.
Okay.
We'll see.
Alex,
I've watched a lot of Assets this
Yeah.
year. I've watched a lot of R-Bar. I've watched a lot of Cork, and I've watched a fair amount of bunt and grind.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all those teams, Assets and R-Bar have the best athletes. I honestly
Agree.
feel like whoever comes out of the top half of this bracket on the plate side is going to win it. So I'm basically seconding Seth just picking a different team.
You guys are sleeping on Corksuckers though. That's a good team. That's
Yeah.
a
They
good
are.
team.
Yeah,
they only lost
they are
by-
plate ready.
I feel like they're gonna get boned though and go 3-7, 0-5 in their pool, and then accidentally win their first round game and then lose instantly to Muddy Waters and be like, wow, that's fucking
Accidentally win
sucked.
the playoff game?
It happens. It happens.
This
Maybe.
2021 season is weird. I don't know.
Yeah, did we do them a disservice by not dropping them?
No, they're fine.
No, they're fine.
All right.
They
I've
can lose on their own
got
merit.
I've got Drop Stoppers here versus Arbar, with Drop Stoppers winning. Then Corksuckers versus Jazz House with Jazz House winning. And then for the finals, I've got Drop Stoppers and Jazz House with Drop Stoppers winning. I'm taking the plate.
First time ever. First time ever. Okay. I got Arbor and assets. I'll go Arbor.
That's gonna be such a good game if it
Oh,
happens.
it is. Oh my
I think
gosh.
most of this is just a want.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I feel like that's a good matchup.
Corksuckers and Button Grind. Long time games. Not sure why. A nice little season. I'll go B&G. So you got biscuits and gravy versus chicken wings. I prefer biscuits and gravy. Wings win. Arbar.
You picked Arbar to win also?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I'm going against my gut instinct. Literally. I prefer mystery. Okay.
I feel like this Lady Bird narrative is carrying weight here in the picks and the plate.
Just been shifting the narrative
Yep.
slowly. Yeah.
All right. Last discussion question. Do you think the three-peat, this is Alex's question, do you think the three-peat Happy Shirt, what I consider their prime and you consider the pinnacle of all KBKL champions, could beat the iterations of KTC, Muddy, or Post House? Why or why not? Alex, you go last. Ben, you go first.
We kind of covered this insofar as we talked about which we thought was the best team. And
Of those three, of those four, who
yeah,
won?
with no disrespect to any of those Shirt Factory teams, two of those championships were against shit Red Lion teams.
Yeah.
I will say that I think Bree and Tyler on the same team could make pretty much any team a championship team. Tyler especially.
Yep.
Which he doesn't play anymore, but lots of love for that guy. I know.
Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Domination Dick Towel. But I just feel like the league has just continued to get better. And for the most part, I feel like most teams in a previous year would lose to the best team the following year. And I think we maybe topped out in 2018, and we're hovering around there. And I guess it's yet to be determined. We'll see what happens with the championship game this year. Maybe after this year, we'll all say that whoever wins this year could beat any other team in the past.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the competition was just not as good in the years that Shirt Factory won multiple championships. Not trying to take anything away from them.
No.
And like I said, Tyler and Bree are legendary.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if they played Muddy Waters or KTC today.
Yeah. So you're picking Happy Shirt?
No.
So you're
Were you
picking.
listening?
So we're picking.
The best of those four. The best of those Happy Shirt, those three-peat, or this year's KTC or Muddy Waters or Post House. best?
Well, I think if the best of the Happy Shirt plays Post House gets in their own head and they lose.
Yep.
I think if they play KTC or Muddy, then KTC or Muddy win. There's just too much top end talent there.
All right. I'll go next.
Get out the way.
I'm glad that was on video because both Alex and I were just like,
Look, KTC, fantastic game. Credit to them winning the regular season undefeated, first time since 15. Muddy Waters, fantastic team. Really good team. Really, really good team. You guys are underestimating, Happy Shirt and how mentally tough they are. And the fact that they have the John McEnroe disease. Usually when you get pissed off, guess what? You implode, right? You don't implode. Not them. They get pissed off or something goes bad, they galvanize. They get better. Just like John McEnroe. He gets pissed off, he gets better. You don't want to face a pissed off Happy Shirt and in his corner. They get better. And they mean that mentally tough.
It's a hard question.
It's a hard question. It is.
Steve in his prime, maybe the best third baseman ever.
Possibly. But you're talking about Tyler and Bree, but you're also talking about, Phelps. You're also talking about Michael Phelps. You're talking about Court Rossman. You're talking about, Andy Dalton. And you're also talking about the other old guys. Adam Brazel, Chris Ford, of course, the Peach Brothers there. Great.
I was just going to say, don't forget, they recruit, and they bring in top-end talent that are veterans.
They're older, but they're veterans, but they're good. Really, really good. And they have a system, and it's a great system. No, because I'm thinking Happy Shirt. No. I'm thinking Happy Shirt.
I'm picking 2024 Harpies.
I'm not. No further Harpies like that. No.
They're just going to embarrass all of us.
Ben and Cougar both made great points. I just want to frame it in a different lens. So I'm an NBA fan, right? So this is like a Michael Jordan versus Steph Curry Warriors argument, right?
Sure.
The game has changed. So when the Happy Shirt was running the league, the game was played one way. And now that Muddy Waters and KTC are running the league, the game is played a different way. It's always been about speed, right? It's always been just like so in the NBA. It's always been about scoring, but there's different ways to win a game. I think that if that Happy Shirt team was ported into 2020, 2021, whatever, they would find a way to win games because Tyler and those guys are competitive as fuck, like Michael Jordan is, in the sense that they would figure out how to win these games no matter what.
That's a very good point too.
And they played Red Lion in the finals, and those weren't the most competitive games of all time. Just like Michael Jordan beat Gary Payton and Karl Malone in the finals, they weren't the most competitive games of all time. But whoever was put in front of him, he was going to beat, and that's what made Michael Jordan Michael Jordan. And I think that that's how those Happy Shirt teams were. And I think that if they were in the league now, they would do the exact same thing.
Red Lion is the Buffalo Bills of the
Hey,
KKL.
man, Karl Malone had a great career. He scored a lot of points, but
Hopefully there's no Scott Norwood of your team.
Does that make me the Byron Russell?
Oh, gosh. Byron Russell. Oh, my God.
did you break your ankles this year, Ben?
Oh, God. Real quickly, I will say what they all said to me in the past. They said if there's a younger version of their team about the way they play and the way they run their system, they'll admit that younger system would beat them. The way they play. The younger system, the exact same way they play. They're a very unique system.
Who's that?
The players from Happy Shirt. They told me in the past. The younger version plays exactly like them. They would win. That the younger version would beat
But what
them.
I'm trying to say is that Michael Jordan one time made 6 threes in a finals and shrugged like it was the craziest thing he's ever done in his entire life, whereas Steph Curry does that every finals game of his life.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen Tyler come up with the bases loaded in the 9th inning, and that dude is he doesn't kick the ball far, and he just booted over everybody's head.
Yep,
He just did whatever it took to win the game,
Yep.
and I think that they would have that mentality and keep grinding that out. Like they did back in the day, because they weren't destroying everybody. They were winning close games. They were winning one-run games.
It was the
and they
ability
would've
to
kept doing
always
the same
come
thing.
back.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Alex, your question.
All right. So, I kind of did this in a different fashion. I basically took it as a sim of 10 games. So if you take a simulation of 10 games of Happy Shirt versus KTC versus Muddy Waters versus Post House, and that's how I look at it. KTC, I think, comes out on top overall because they play the same 12 people. They have a small, tight-knit roster. Several people from KTC are still on the team from the last time KTC beat Shirt Factory in the finals. And they've only added more talent since then.
How many of those were still there? Two?
It's both McKees and Lou.
Lou, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they've only gotten better, and they've added more talent around them. Fair. So it's too much offensive speed, too much defensive speed and defensive control with the best outfield in the league. And those outfielders would basically just set up at the edge of the grass and just camp on all of those line drives that Happy Shirt is known for. Sure, Happy Shirt, Chris Ford, they're going to get on base a couple of times, and that game is going to be probably a low-scoring game. But ultimately, I think that this overall speed from Alex, Lou, Kenny, Noah, Turtle, having Angela run in a 2 spot where Happy Shirt
Yeah.
has never been able to do that, and she would be able to get on base too. That's another big.
You
thing.
got to remember though, Happy Shirt played bump block. They were
They
the
do.
ones like when I took over captain of Free State. The first thing I did, I was like, Happy Shirt plays bump block. We're playing bump block. That's it. And they had Steve, they had Brazel, they had Bree, and they had Sarah Weissel at bump block.
No,
Oh,
Weisel
yeah,
wasn't there. Weisel wasn't there. No,
Okay,
the
with
ladies were
Amber.
there. Amber or
Right.
Shelby or Kayla. No.
That is, bunting against 4 people is harder than bunting against 3 people. It's just, that's the facts. And KTC, maybe they could, maybe they couldn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
they've been able to do it, but KTC, to me, KTC is the standout of the 3. The next, I think, would be Post House. And
This is where the argument gets difficult. Love Garden just line drives everything.
Yep.
And if you play bump block, you're losing the rover. And if Love Garden has an on day, they're just beating the shit out of you. So it makes it more difficult for them to advance to the championship game because there are so many teams that play. I mean, I agree with you. I feel like Tyler will be able to adjust. Yeah.
how many
But it feels
championships
like
has
it's
Love,
just
has Love
tough.
Garden been to, though?
What's that?
How many championships has Love Garden been to?
The last
This
time
is
they
a
went
different
was
league now.
the last time they went was in 11. They lost to Abraxas or KTC, whatever.
So they went a decade ago.
a decade ago.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
yeah, okay, when your kicks are on, you look great, but when it gets tight and everybody gets nervous and you're like, I got to hit that one spot. Good luck.
Good luck.
Do it over and over and over and over again. It's not the same as bunting. Over
Right.
and over and over and over again, which you practice all season
Yep.
long.
That's true.
Yeah, so my next one, could they do it against Post House? 6 out of 10, I think the Post House takes it. And that's just
Really?
sheer athleticism of this year's iteration of Post House. The speed and the accuracy of their kicking, just like Ben said, the line drives just tear apart that short left field. And if you move the bunt block, they tear you apart with the up first base
My
bunts.
cash is all gone now.
Even considering, I know they were gone because of the honeymoon, and rightfully so because honeymoon, marriage. I wouldn't know. I will never get married. Even with but those 2 are gone. Post House lost to Harpies. Do you actually think that Chavi Sherd would go? If they go against this Harpies, they would destroy them. And I know Grant wants to hear that. If this Chavi Sherd see Grant and their team, they will have look at their chops and they would literally destroy that Harpies team.
That's correct.
There's a-
I think it's a closer question if you're looking at the top 3 this year.
Yeah, there's a vast difference between Simon running a team and whoever is the co-captain of the team running the team. I don't know if it's Marcus or Santos or whoever, but there's a large difference between.
Yeah, I was actually standing behind Post House dugout during that game against Lady Bird, and it was quiet.
Yeah, there's
Quiet,
a large
quiet.
difference. That is not just the talent, but it's the mentality and the experience and the intelligence of Simon and his pretty much his calm to get his people in the right mentality and the right situations. I do think that that's a very large difference between Harpies winning that game and not winning that game.
Also, don't poo-poo on Betsy's presence as well.
Yes,
No,
but
we're there, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is that's why
yeah,
I
yeah.
say you have this
Right.
is a simulation, and these
Yeah.
are out of 10 games.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Okay,
6 out of 10 games Post House wins. To me, Muddy Waters, 6 out of 10 times, Shirt Factory wins because there's a bigger drop in the bottom half of the lineup for Muddy than there is anybody else.
Okay.
That's not a knock against Muddy. It's just
Yeah.
I think
They
there might
have
actually be
super
a
great-
bigger drop in the bottom half of the lineup for KTC than anybody else.
no, not really.
No, this is a
If you,
decent
you
one.
look
your
at the
weakest
scorecards,
player-
I think the scorecards bear it out.
Yeah, your weakest players, and I have to say this with the biggest air quotes in the world,
No, go
your
ahead.
weakest players on that team are Liz and Nicole, who share a spot. And
Just going on the percentage of runs scored in the top 6.
yeah, but if
I think
do they
actually,
do their job
yeah.
of getting the people above them in position to score or score, and I think that they do. And then you got the intangible is the defensive presence. They do their job very well in the field, and that's what KTC is about. That's why KTC
But
is
you don't think Happy Shirt
arguing
does it
KTC
better?
versus Muddy. Yeah, arguing KTC versus Muddy, KTC versus Post House, Muddy versus Post House, and then all of these teams against the best pinnacle Happy Shirt team. It's to an extent it is a rock paper scissors match.
It's a really interesting question because it's basically, do you put Tyler at shortstop or Kenny at pitcher? Where's the bigger advantage?
where the bigger advantages.
Yeah.
I'd say Kenny at pitcher is the bigger.
I agree. Yeah, no.
Because he's got the range of Tyler closer to the ball, faster.
Maybe it was if there was Tyler pre the shoulder injury, maybe it'd be a closer matchup. But because
I've got nothing from 10 years ago.
No,
I have nothing prior to that.
Yeah,
I'm just going off of my experience and
Sure.
my knowledge
Yeah.
and who I play with, who I'm around all the time. There's a lot of talent
the
there.
mind games that Tyler would play though at shortstop, where they would have Steve on the line, Bree at pitcher, bunt block, catcher obviously, and then he would also walk to the line and he'd be like, "Yo, bunt." Try to bunt on 5 people standing within 12 feet of you.
Yeah, and Tyler's got ups and good reflexes, so you
fucked
can't
up,
really kick that try to go over shortstop kick.
Yeah.
They basically just left you with kick to short right.
And
That's
I'm not
it.
saying anything against Kenny. Kenny's one of the top 3 best players in KVKL history. But Tyler would be up on that line, and you would, as a bunter, like back in 2013 when I was fast, it was like, where am I going to put this ball? Where am I going to put this ball that I'm going to be able to
Short
run?
right, short left. That's it, and that
then-
minimizes
and then
the
you start
extra
doing
bases.
something out of your comfort zone, and what are you going to do? You're going to
Yep.
pop it up. Yeah.
Also, another thing, real quick. Unfortunately, you were there as a short end of seeing this. Ben, you saw a Tyler like Andy Dalton playing like a dislocated elbow, having a fantastic game, just kicking kicks, RKI and so forth on a dislocated elbow. It's like how he played through this whole tournament. I don't know. Championship game. You saw it there. He pulled a Kirk. He pulled a Kirk
somebody out from
Gibson.
catcher.
He's trying to get catcher. He pulled like Kirk Gibson. If you don't know what he's talking about, look at the '88 World Series in Game 1. Unfortunately, Dodgers fans, Oakland A's fans don't want to hear that because it's a sore spot.
So the fact of the matter is, Happy Shirt won how many in a row?
3.
How many did KTC win in a row?
Never. They've never gone back to back.
They've
11,
never gone back to
13,
back.
17.
You know what? You're as good as you are compared to your competition, and Happy Shirt ran laps around the field, and KTC, as good as they've been in the regular season, they haven't even gone back to back yet.
No, they've been to the last 3.
You're not a dynasty. Yeah, but you're not a dynasty if you don't win it.
If you don't,
If you lose in the championship, good job, pat on the back. You didn't do it. Until they start stringing it together, they're not in the same conversation. They're just not. And Muddy, same
That's
thing.
fair. Okay.
If
Yeah.
Muddy wins today, if Muddy wins this year, that's 2. Okay, go
Sure.
get it next year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Another thing, you said me that 3 in a row by KTC. Happy Shirt went 6 in a row. They went 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 7 in a row. Oh, wait a minute. No.
I'm not doubting that.
08, 09.
I'm not doubting. I'm not doubting that they were
Yeah.
a good team.
No, yeah,
they
of
are
course.
the pinnacle of
Yeah,
the teams.
yeah.
What I'm saying is the current iterations. So
I
we're
get it.
talking
Yeah.
2018, 2019, 2021 now.
Yeah.
Those 3 teams.
If you're the best in the league, you're the best in the league. Wherever the league is, that doesn't matter.
Right.
Just keep winning. And who's the last team that's gone back to back?
Sure Factory.
Sure Factory. Okay.
That'd be 15,
End of story.
15, 16.
Has
Yeah.
anybody else ever gone back to back?
Sure Factory. 08, 09, and then 14, 15, 16. That's it. That's the list. That's why when I'm talking about Muddy Waters and as a preseason podcast, they would say, who I picked to win that? It's KTC. History.
Yeah.
But
Because we talked about it. We said, hey, Muddy Waters beat KTC last year. It was a great game. They had the
Nah,
lineup.
decent
They had
game.
the lineup come up at the right time.
Yeah.
If you're a transcendent team, you win the games where you don't have the lineup come up at the right time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So unless they start stringing them together, they
Yep.
being KTC or Muddy Waters or Post House, it's not really a question. It's not
So
really a question.
little bit of a hot take. If you're the best team in league history, maybe you appear in the championship game 3 years in a row against the other team that is also appearing in the championship game 3 years in a row that could probably beat any team that ever came before it
But if you're
and
the
win
best
2
team
out
in
of
the-
3.
if you're the
So
best-
there's legacy on the line this year if the seeds hold.
Absolutely. Post House is going to have a lot to say about it, though.
And they want a lot to say because they're pissed off at what happened 19.
Yep.
They're pissed. Are we
They-
pissed too?
They think they're overlooked, and they are overlooked.
They
but
are really,
they
yeah.
haven't beat
Of course.
those teams. I guess they beat one of them in 2019, right? They beat
What's that?
Post House maybe beat Muddy? Who did they beat in 2019? They beat
In
one
2019,
of the
let me look real quick.
It
First.
wasn't
Yeah,
Muddy.
sorry.
two. Maybe KTC then.
Let me look at this. Sorry, folks. Sorry.
No, I think it was Muddy. I think they beat Muddy Waters in 2019.
I'm pretty sure they didn't beat Red Line.
Real quick, while Cougar's looking this up, I listened to Cougar After Dark 2019 today while I was driving around for work, and Ben, you and I both picked that. We both picked Red Lion beating the artist formerly known as Black Stag
It made sense.
last year, and it was so sweet.
We were ranked too low to lose.
By the way, to look at ranked play, they lost to KTC in 2019 9-7. They lost to Muddy Waters 14-5. Lost to JDE 5-4. That's a weird one. And they beat Jazz House 13-1. Beat Love Garden 5-4. So there's that.
All right, we should probably keep
by the
going.
way,
Yeah, we
great
should probably
question.
go back
Alex,
to
you're
it.
saying I can't think of a good question. That's the best question of the night. Quentin?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
let's
that
go
took
to
way
the
too much time.
I know. But that's a great
all
question.
right.
I love it.
That half-hour segue is a good time to get into the
Hey,
winners
I'm okay
bracket.
with it. I'm okay. If people are bored by
And
it,
we're
screw
back.
you. And we're back. You know what? If you don't like
Yeah.
it, screw you.
If you were skipping through waiting for your game to be predicted, now's the time to stop.
And I said to you, fuck you. Yeah, I said
On
it.
the plus side, anybody that would complain about us talking about the top teams was already in the loser side of the bracket, so I don't think we're going to catch a lot of shit for this.
Not my team. So, let's see. Now, next game is the it says KTC versus the winner of Woost and Drop Stoppers. Who cares? KTC.
KTC.
Moving on.
KTC.
Yep.
Oh boy, Red Line and JDE.
Ooh.
Okay, Ben, you're last. Let's go to the president of the fan club of JDE. That is Alex.
What? I picked JDE in this game.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Actually, I didn't know that. I said that because let's just say you have a history with JDE. Let's just say. There's a history.
No, they did really good against us.
Yeah.
We did really good against Lion.
Yeah.
You know, Lion won that game by 1.
Yeah.
Lion won against JDE by 1.
Yeah. Yep.
You would think transitive properties. I don't think that's the case. I think JDE is probably a better it's a better situation for them.
Sure.
But it is going to be on a wind-in field, so that might take their legs out of the equation.
Seth?
Yeah, last time I was on this podcast, I picked JDE to win the twos and then watch them get their shit stomped by Love Garden at Hobbs Park immediately following that. But I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'll pick JDE to win this game again.
Oh my god, this shit was totally unintentional. But the ref matchups just continue to amaze.
What do we got?
So we have Red Lion JDE. It's refed by Hookah House and Woost,
Yeah.
potentially. The last time that Woost refed a JDE Red Lion game, Dan Malga, the most patient and maybe the nicest man in the world,
I remember
walked off the field
no.
because
I remember.
because it was just so fucking ridiculous.
It's okay. It's only at 9:30.
Right. It's only It's only the last
only
game of the
9:30.
week. Right.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't like YSC2, so I'll pick JDE in this game.
No,
How's
boo.
that?
Sandbagging. I got JD too, by the way. All right, next one. Johnny's or Ben's case, fuck you, Johnny's, versus Free State or our bar. So you know what? Free State, you say, okay? Seth, you're last. I'll go first. Johnny's Free State. Do I dare? How froggy do I feel? How froggy do I feel?
No, you handed my-
No, I
handed
can't
me
do it.
my cards.
Johnny's, can't do it. All right.
You handed
Alex?
I put it in my pocket. And I
And Mookie's still out.
with it.
He should be. He's injured.
Yeah. So assuming
You handed me cash.
Johnny's is
And I used it
healthy,
for my
I've got to give it to Johnny's on this one. I mean, they did also beat the Harpies, who everybody has been talking
Thank you.
very highly about. So, yes, I'm picking Johnny's.
You're picking Johnny's. Ben? You guys' wallet back. That's
I've got Young Spine and Free State, so
good. Oh, my word.
I'm taking Free State.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think Free State can beat Young Spine here.
You think? Okay. All right, Seth.
Okay, really quick. Free State Brewery makes a beer for Johnny's Tavern called Blue Collar Lager. If you've never had it, go try it. We
Shameless plug.
created a trophy last time we played them. Game of the Week 2019. We beat them 2-1. One player on our team named Travis lives with another player on their team named Cole. So we're good buddies with the whole team.
Oh, boy.
The traveling trophy, which KVKL needs more traveling trophies, let's be real. Establish some rivalries, whatever. I know that Johnny's Tavern is a different team now. I understand that. This is our best chance to go to the quarterfinals I gotta pick Free State. We're not gonna be outmatched by them. It's not like we're playing Post House. It's not like we're playing Muddy Waters. It's not like we're playing KTC. We have a legitimate chance to beat the 4 seed, and we're gonna show up and we're gonna be ready. Mookie's gonna be ready to play. We pulled in 2 Free State veterans who didn't play in the first half of the season. We got them playoff eligible. It's on. Johnny's, I know they run a tight ship. They got like 11 or 12. They've been struggling with injuries all year. This is our time. Yeah.
I feel like my Young Spine upset is ridiculous, but my Free State advancement to the quarters is not.
Yeah, it's as horrible of draws as we have gotten over the years. This was the dream draw. Drop Stoppers did us a huge favor and beat Jazz House so that we could climb up to number 1 in the 3s. We won the 5s. In 2017, we won 2018.
Is that why the trophy's sitting up here?
Yeah. I brought it. Yeah, it's been sitting on top of Tori's.
Johnny's, just so you know, Free State throwing their trophy balls in your face.
If you're not going to bring it out for this, what's the point of it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could bring it up the week after you beat them.
It'll be around. It'll be on the scene.
So you say more traveling trophies, sir? You know what? I mean, should we create our own traveling trophies? I'll think of something. I don't know.
More traveling trophies.
More traveling trophies. Yeah, okay.
I'm in on that.
Why
Yeah.
not? It's what made college football great until conference
Especially since
realignment.
we have so many teams that play each other every fucking
All
year.
the time.
true.
We play the
KTC.
Woost every single fucking season. We should have a traveling trophy with the Woost.
Played KTC on deals like 5 out of 7 years. It's fucking ridiculous.
You guys could have a not traveling trophy.
Yeah, we could just give it to KTC and just say, hold this until you retire.
We paid for half this.
Are you worried about me driving?
All right, cool. Next one, we're going to Muddy Water versus XXO.
No. Lady Bird versus D.
Oh, Lady Bird Harpies. Okay,
You're
take it.
gonna do
Lady Bird Harpies versus D-Holes or Sacred Sword.
That's a great game.
Oh, my God. Alex, obviously you go last. I'll go first.
Yeah, I'll be okay. I have to go to court tomorrow.
Wow. The curse, like I said, those who win the play usually don't do well as far as next year. It's like they plateau. There's no like big jump. And they make the big jump and win the ones. So
Lady Bird did not plateau. They
did not plateau. They have broke the trend.
Fucking rocketed it up.
They have broke the trend, just like Devin Booker and the Kardashian athlete curse. Congratulations to him. By the way, look at the curse. It does exist. It does exist, by the way. Congratulations, you get a statue there, Devin Booker. They broke the trend. I love you, all time. I'm going Harpies.
Me too. The game's too late. D-Holes is too old.
Past your bedtime.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I know you'll be fine. The rest of the night it'll be past your bedtime. Seth.
Lady Bird versus D-Holes. That's just a classic kickball matchup. This is a wonderful game. It's going to be closer than I think everybody thinks it will be. D-Holes had the season from hell in the 2s, but that's a great team. They've been in the 2s every year since, 2012? Like, they don't get blown out. They're a good team. Lady Bird by 2 or 3.
Here's great.
Yeah. Plus, you're going to get refs from Johnny's that are pissed about losing their first game.
Nope, not past bedtime. Is it past yours, Sir Grant?
I mean, I'll be awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're better than that. Yeah. There you go.
No, this is going to be great. We
Hey,
played
Grant.
Harpies the last several years.
Uh-oh.
You got to speak it into the mic, otherwise nobody can hear you.
He said it wasn't on, but
Yeah.
it's obviously
Okay.
It's on now.
It doesn't really matter. I'm really looking forward to playing D-Holes
Yeah.
if everybody gets to work at that point.
Yeah. Like I said, congrats to the Harpies. They broke the trend of the plate. Usually they just plateau, don't do nothing. And hey, big jump.
Hey.
Congrats.
Alex is one of my favorite people in KBKL and any other, just as a human, so I'm looking forward to playing Alex.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
And his counterpart, Megan,
Yes.
Lady Hammond, too.
We're looking forward to this game. I mean, we're also looking forward to the Sacred Sword game too. But if there's a game that I hope we can string everything together, it's this one, and then we can go to play Johnny's. I do have Harpies winning this game, just based off of our performance in the 2s, and just seems to be like game-to-game jitters.
God
Errors.
damn it, Alex. Your team is basically the same as the Red Lion. You just need to challenge them to fucking get it together in the tournament and have a fucking upset or two. I mean, we're basically the same team, and my team has just been luckier than yours. You just need to. I mean, these upsets are not that tough. Get in their head a little bit. Kick them in the balls in the dugout before the game. Get in their head and win one.
I have some ideas.
Literally?
I just
Yeah,
don't know if they'll come together or not.
Yeah, 12-5 this motherfucker and take out the Harpies. They don't belong here.
The 12 seed is it's a proud,
It's unnatural.
Oh my gosh.
I love you,
By
buddy.
by the way, you know what's not unnatural?
Yeah, on that I'm picking Harpies.
Okay, no, next time. You know what's not unnatural? The fine people of Lawrence Shirt Factory. Your sponsor of the Cougar After Dark podcast, once again. Your one-stop creative shop for all screen printing, design, and promotional needs. Check out their website and see their work. Request a quote or shop online store at lawrenceshirtfactory.com or go to facebook.com/Lawrence Shirt Factory. Address 925 Iowa, Suite L, Lawrence, Kansas 66044. Email address sales@lawrenceshirtfactory.com. Still no phone number.
Yeah, if you are wasted and still listening to this, then you should definitely get online and order like 100 shirts. I mean, why not?
Same day shipping too.
Give them away to your friends. Come to the tournament with 100 shirts. Give them away to every other team. What better way to make friends and possibly enemies than giving away shirts representing your team?
There you go. Let's go to the bottom half of the track. Let's go to. Oh, now we go for it.
All
Muddy
right.
Waters versus XXO Cork Second. Muddy Waters.
Muddy gets a bye.
Muddy gets a bye. Yeah. Who cares? Next one. Oh boy, it's Red Legs versus Honey Badgers.
It feels like it's so obvious that we should, like the upset is so obvious that
It
Red
is.
Legs might actually surprise us. But man,
Yeah, I know.
we're all gonna pick Honey Badgers.
Yep.
And somebody should probably pick Red Legs, but it's not gonna be me.
It's
I
not-
kind of
no,
feel
no,
like
no,
James is going to sit out the first game against late fees and then just rip off the
Unwrap
cast.
the cast.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Before the second game.
God.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw the Red Legs beat Shirt Factory, and that win looks less and less impressive as the season's gone on.
Also, Red Legs holding on to the 7 seed, that's a little bit weak. Come on. They went over, and they did not look good.
Well,
they did not look good.
You can't have a red line jump them. You can't have that.
Sure, we could.
No, you can't. They had 2 losses in the
Did they play each other?
It's politics,
No.
man. If there was somebody from JDE on the board,
Yeah.
they probably would have been dropped behind Red Lion and JDE. But I would never advocate a 1 seed dropping below a 2 that has not gone undefeated.
Boo.
So
Get creative. Get dangerous.
Oh my
trouble
God.
in a different season. Different season. We'll get there.
When we were the 1 seed
Well, you want
that
total
went
anarchy?
When we were the 1 seed that went 0-5, we were the 8.
Well, that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was a liberal season.
So we
Did
could
you lose us?
A real,
so that we
really
could play Red Lion and get smashed in the second round.
God. Liberal season, really? Oh,
You're starting to see a pattern here.
oh my word.
Somehow this bracket always seems to wind up with benefits to Red Lion. I don't know what's going on here.
Hey, you do a lot of work. It's all right.
I'm on Honey Badgers.
Honey Badgers, yeah.
They
Are we on
they
Legs
seem
and
like they
Badgers?
want it.
Yeah.
Then I had Badgers.
Badgers, yeah.
This is the one that's too easy. Like Red
Ah,
Legs.
The funny thing is, we're all gonna get it
What-
wrong.
what else can we say about
we're
Red
probably
Legs?
underselling Red Legs.
We are absolutely. They just played Post House. That's a championship contender.
Yeah.
They lost
I'm just saying-
15-7.
I'm just
You know
saying.
what? Fuck it. I'm picking Red Legs.
Do it. Thank
Oh
you.
my God! Now you're being contrary just
Yeah.
for the sake of being it.
I mean, I love the Honey Badgers.
Don't
they were
let me
great,
down,
but
Kenny.
I feel like Red Legs has a pedigree here. I'm gonna take Red Legs. They're due.
Pedigree.
Plus, this way I can pick Honey Badgers to win the Twain.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay, sure. Okay. Next is Post House versus the winner of Jazz House. Post House. I don't care. Anybody else see it otherwise?
I'll
Post
take
House
the
versus
gin.
Button Grind might be feisty though.
Yeah, it'll
No.
be a little
That'll be-
feisty, but
that'll be tense.
that's going to be a
Well,
still
tense.
post house game.
Good game.
It'll be a good game.
I want to watch Olivia pitch to Simon and just yeah. No one's gonna give in.
She's great. She's good.
Yeah.
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 She's really good. We talked about this, Grant, and like I said, she's loyal to Button Grind. I get that, but if she keep, no. Now she is. For now she is. Now she is. But later on, if she keeps improving, I
No,
think
she's loyal. I've talked to her.
times change. Yes, sir. No. Because because the state's here. You're a state. Oh, will you stop it?
Hey, let's stay on task.
Grant, stop it. I know, but there's more potential higher ceiling harpies that button grind. Higher ceiling harpies. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get there, but I
right.
just took a look at what I've got in the Twain, and oh my god, I kind of feel like the porn spatulas are gonna get bent over big time.
Yeah, exactly. But let's move on. Okay. No, it's gonna be 4 sides. Love Garden versus Shirt Factory, or oh my gosh, again Shirt Factory.
Yeah, can anybody pick Shirt Factory here? They just lost 20-2.
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah.
Nope.
This was a bad draw for Shirt Factory.
And it's going to
maybe
continue to fuck up rank play or pool play forever, right?
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Garden.
Maybe we can start waving Angel Wings like Angel the outfield. Maybe not.
I feel like there's a chance that Tyler's behind the scenes pulling the strings here, and they have 3 players that are eligible that haven't played the last 5 weeks.
They played 1 inning, 3 games in a row.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, you guys are crazy.
All right, so
Let's go to the Twain. So that'd be loser of round 2, number 1. That would be. Oh shit, I can't follow that.
I've got drop stoppers against Red Legs.
Drops.
No, that's not right.
No, sorry, it's RL. I've got drop
Red
stoppers
Lion.
against Red Lion. Yeah.
Your own damn team.
Your own damn team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can beat drop stoppers. I'll take Lion there.
Right. I got Red Lion, Drop Stopper, and I got Lion. Alex.
I've got Woost and Lion, with Lion winning.
Does Bryson's suspension end at the end of the regular season, or does it continue through the end of the postseason?
He is unfortunately banned from all KVKL activities through the end of this year.
Okay, Drop Stoppers is hot, but I'm still going to pick Red Line.
Red Line, yep. Okay. Next one is loser cup or number 2, number 3. Loser cup round 2, number 4. So that would be what's that?
This is what we need the traveling
it's
trophy for.
basically Free State versus D-Holes for the 19th year in a row in that round of the Twain.
I know. I've got Young Spine against D-Holes here. I don't know what you're talking about. I've got D-Holes winning this one.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
D-Holes over Young Spine.
D-Holes of Free State.
Oh God, then we get a Lion D-Holes rematch.
I'll go D-Holes there.
I can't wait to
Oh
lose
my
to JDE
Cougar,
so
did
we
you
get
just
to
pick
play
D-Holes
D-Holes
to beat
again.
us?
What's that? What's that?
You picked D-Holes to beat us?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh, thanks,
I
buddy.
know.
Appreciate it.
Hey, fuck you do that. You made me throw my hat twice there, man. And it makes the Phil Jackson look like the King.
I mean, this is where we needed the traveling trophy, because we just play you guys every year.
We have lost to D-Holes, I think, 3 of the last 5 seasons in this exact game. We lost to them last year in a walk-off in this exact game. Luckily, we're going to beat Johnny's, so we're not going to have to play them. And Johnny's is going to beat them in this round. But goddamn.
If you could get up for Johnny's, why wouldn't you be able to get up for D-Holes? This is their poorest showing in the past few seasons. They are ripe for you guys to exercise those demons.
Styles make the fight, and
Styles
for some
make the fight,
reason,
that's
we
true.
cannot
Right.
fucking do it with D-Holes, man.
Also, wait, where's that game played? Oh, it's to be determined.
Yeah, that's another big thing. It's like, where's this going to be played at?
No.
Hillcrest.
I bet, where
Yeah.
it says TBD on the fields, that means we're going to look in the matchups and then decide who we
Put
want
it
to win
at
and
Dad
put you guys
Perry,
on those fields.
You fucking cowards.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to place my bets in
I
Vegas
chose-
and
I
then
chose
put you
us.
guys in the fields where I feel like you have the best chance of winning or losing.
888 bets off. 888 bets off. No.
What do you got there, Cougar?
I got D-Holes. Or Free State. I know. He said fuck me. I know. You two want to... I don't know.
Oh, I chose D-Holes.
D, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
sure he's
okay.
got Free State.
I said Johnny's.
Or Johnny's.
He's got Johnny.
Yeah, he's got Johnny's.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Next match, Wayne, is Loser Cup round 2, number 5 versus Loser Cup round 2, number 6.
I had Triple X versus
Triple X
Red.
versus-
I had Triple X versus Red Legs, and Triple X winning that game.
Well, you said what? Triple X?
XXXOXO, whatever the fucking name is, versus Red
Tic-tac-toes.
Legs, and Thomas's Promises won that game.
Oh, jeez.
You got Triple X over Red Legs?
Yeah.
I'll just let the silence fill the air there.
Anybody else gonna pick this game?
No.
No.
I've got Triple X against Honey Badgers, and I've got Honey Badgers winning.
Yeah, I've got the porn spatulas versus Red Legs, with the Red Legs winning. I think they still have that much talent.
I got tic-tac-toes over Red Legs. I'm going Red Legs.
Yeah, Triple X has great defense, but I feel like Red Legs has the legs to beat that great defense.
Next one is Loser Cup Round 2, Number 7 versus Loser Cup Round 2, Number 8.
I've got Jazz House against Lawrence Shirt Factory in the Twain.
Jesus.
I think Pride takes over and Shirt Factory takes it.
You go last, Seth. No, I go last. I mean, Seth, go to you.
Okay, I have Button Grind versus Asteroid Head. And
What the hell?
you guys are sleeping.
Wait, how did we get there?
You want to know? Because Button Grind's gonna beat Jazz House. That's not a shock. Those are
It's a respectable upset
those
pick.
teams are very evenly matched.
Yeah,
And then I had Asteroid Head beating Shirt Factory. Also not a stretch. So
That is kind of a stretch, actually.
Asteroid Head versus Button Grind. Button Grind's gonna win that game. Okay, Button Grind made it to the semifinals of the Twain.
Yeah, so Asteroid Head over Shirt Factory would be the biggest upset in the first round ever, right?
No.
Yes, it would.
Sacred Sword
In the first round.
Sacred
First
Sword
round.
By seed.
Sacred Sword last year as the 22 beat the 11. That's the exact same thing that happened. They beat Los Mats last year in that exact game.
8-man Los Mats.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Good
true.
point. Good point.
It's not
Oh
ridiculous.
shit, you're right.
I feel
Okay,
like
correct.
Shirt Factory is going to care more about losing this game than Los Mats did.
I'm pretty certain the Los Mats
They
had like
might.
8 players.
Like
How
I
about
said,
that?
the best players on the field are on Asteroid.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Yeah.
Regardless, I've got Biscuits and Gravy versus Shirt Factory. When I've got Shirt Factory winning that one.
Yeah. And let's just go finish out the Twain there. Alex, go ahead.
What do we got? We got Lion versus D-Holes.
No, you're lying. No, stop. Okay, Seth, stop. Seth.
All right, I have Lion versus Johnny's in the semifinals. Johnny's winning that one. I have Triple X versus Button Grind in the other semifinals. Button Grind winning that one, and Johnny's winning the Twain.
I'll go next here because you were next over there. Red Legs, D-Hole. Red Lion, D-Holes. I go Red Lion here. Red Legs is Shirt Factory. Red Legs. Oh, it's a battle of Reds. Legs versus Lions. Who's going to win? The animal wins. It's Red Lion.
We're the red.
You know what never happens in the Twain is chalk. You pick chalk? That never happens.
No.
That's
The
true.
closest we got was Red Legs in Post House.
True. It
And
was.
Red Legs won it.
Yeah.
Chalk. That bracket is not made for chalk.
No.
No, it's not. I'm going.
You know what the bracket is made for Red Lion beating Red Legs because we own the red.
You're on the right. That's true.
We
that's
were
true.
first to the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be gangrene legs. They got amputated last week.
God, that's damn.
Yeah, I've got Red Lion and D-Holes here.
that's shocking.
I've already picked the upset for my team, so I got to go Lion. Then I got Honey Badger Shirt Factory. I just feel like at that point Honey Badgers is too young.
Yep.
Then Red Lion Honey Badgers rematch, and without wind, I think Honey Badgers wins. So I'm giving Honey Badgers the twin.
First title.
Yep.
How about that? Alex, finish it off.
Be good. It's a good pick. I'm hoping that this is basically just going to be the D-Holes Revenge Tour for the 2 seeds this year. So I've got D-Holes versus Lion with us winning. And then Red Legs versus Shirt Factory with Shirt Factory winning.
Oh, another crack at Shirt Factory.
And then a second shot at Shirt Factory with us coming out on top.
So you get that proverbial monkey off your back, just like Betsy did against Shirt Factory last week.
And hopefully.
Yep. And it did that by that motion with Betsy by putting that proverbial monkey off her back in there. So yeah. So okay. All right, bye. Speaking of Shirt Factory.
Whoa.
What's up,
What was your score in the Shirt Factory game?
It's like 9-5.
9-5.
Yeah,
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel like you can win the rematch?
Base runners.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But speaking of, he's not going to win the matchup there against Shirt Factory. It's against Shirt Factory and making shirts and other stuff. Because they're your one-stop creative shop for all screen printing, design, and promotional needs. Check out the website to see their work, request a quote, or shop online store at lawrenceshirtfactory.com, Facebook or Facebook.com/Lawrence Shirt Factory, 925 Iowa Suite L, Lawrence, Kansas 66044. Email address sales@lawrencetrack.com. And no phone number, no TikTok, no Squarespace, or what's the other? I don't know. Whatever.
So, Alex, apropos of nothing,
That's true.
if we ended up playing on August 15th at 8 p.m., which team would you least like to ref your game?
Wait, what is it again? Good question.
What team? The late fees.
Okay. All right. Late fees, I hope you're listening.
think it
You're
was
going to be
Arbar.
expected to
Here's the
ref
thing about
at
Red Lake
8 o'clock on August 15th.
They helped me ref the game between D-Holes and Astrahan in Week 5. It was Aaron with third base, and I think Landon or a score game. They were great.
All right.
they're
I
great.
forgot, Alex. What field would you least like to play on?
What fucking 5 through 8? I would at least like to play
All
on
right.
fucking 5 through
I
8.
Make it
got,
5 through 8.
Actually, I'll even it out. Okay. I'll take the late fees reffing, but I'll put us on Holcomb left. How's that?
All right. There we go.
Red, go red. You know what? Go off the grid, go red.
No. We want the short right field. That'll even it out. I know.
You don't want the big mounds?
I know D Holes has some strong right legs, so that'll even it out. It's fine.
Fine, whatever. Okay. Now we're going to the cup. KTC versus JDE or Red Line. I don't know. I'm going to take KTC. Forget it now. Next. Who's up? Everyone KTC?
KTC versus JDE and KTC winning that.
Everyone KTC? Enjoy the debate. Yeah, next.
Can I make a dual prediction?
Oh, what?
If JDE wins the round 2 game, then they lose to KTC. If Red Lion wins the round 2 game, they beat KTC.
No.
Oh, you can't do that. No.
You guys
no,
own,
I
no,
just
no.
did.
Oh my God.
you own Post House. You don't own. You don't own KTC.
Kidding me?
When was the last time KTC beat Red Lion?
20.
Nope.
It wasn't in the 2000s. Shut the fuck up.
What?
Look
They've
it up.
never beat you.
It's been years.
Ooh.
What was that?
That
John Denver won
goddamn
that
John
game.
Denver.
John Denver won that game.
Right. Oh yeah. So it's odd, but Red Lion actually matches up pretty well against KTC. I think this iteration of KTC wins 8 times out of 10 at least. But I feel like we got a puncher's chance
those
here.
chances, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that 2 out of 10
In the
against the
quarters?
top seed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, as Post House.
And especially if there's nothing riding on this, and I can just throw this prediction out there. Since I already picked JDE to beat us in the round before it, if we make it that far, I'll pick us over KTC.
Love it.
Red Lion.
It's so
Also,
weird. Chalmers is so weird.
I hate to do it to you, man, but if we end up playing, I am putting all of the other games at YSC and us at Holcomb left.
And that's on commissioner status.
That's
right.
right.
there.
Well, no, Stacy's the commissioner. I just have shadow puppet status.
You said hammer vote.
Right.
Shadow puppet status.
Well, that's just being patient and waiting for everybody else to vote first.
Well, Ben, thank you for that.
Oh, Stacy, you're here?
Unless like you stage some sort of coup d'etat or something there.
Right.
Anyways, then moving on. Next is the Johnnies or I don't know, Harpies or yeah, okay, fine, whatever.
I've got Free State and Harpies here.
You got Free State or Harpies
Yeah,
here.
same.
Yeah, okay, shocking. God damn.
Well, I have to
The
pick Harpies here
rematch.
so that Stacy will let me put Red Line and KTC at Holcomb left, so Harpies all the way.
I got Johnnies. Oh my gosh, Johnnies. What do you got?
I took Harpies.
You Harpies, yeah, shocking. Okay. Seth,
Probably Alex first.
Alex first, fine.
All right, better.
Sorry.
I've got Johnny's versus Harpies, and Johnny's winning this one.
I've got Johnny's in the
Close game
losers
again,
bracket.
6 to 5.
God. This
So
this
yeah,
damn
Free
bracket.
State beat Johnny's 2-1 in 2019, and Free State beat Ladybird 6-2, and we had them shut out into the 9th inning, and we gave up 2 runs in 2019. I understand that they're different teams, both of them right now, but the fact of the matter is we beat them both. So I got to pick us to go to our first Final Four ever.
Hey, I don't agree with Seth completely.
Okay, here comes Grant. Here comes Grant. What's up?
Obviously, I don't agree with Seth completely, but as Seth pointed out earlier to me, it's really exciting that
Thanks, Matt.
all three of us, Johnny's, Free State, and Lady Bird Harpies,
And D-holes.
and D-Holes,
No one's been to a Final Four.
none of us have ever been to the Final Four.
So someone's going.
Someone's
Is that
going.
right?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's accurate.
So
Someone's.
Oh my.
It's the
So
best quadrant to
that
watch.
is really exciting.
Yeah.
It is. That's true.
Um,
That's true.
Technically, neither has Arbar or Sacred Sword. Or
Okay.
sword might have.
No,
Sorry.
Sacred Sword
Who's been in
has.
this-
They have.
No,
okay. So
Sacred Sword
technically,
has.
neither has Arbar. So
The
still,
voice of sober reason.
Sacred Sword has. That's true. No.
It's going to be sweet.
Obviously, I'm picking Harpies, but it's gonna be close no matter what because all these teams are fantastic. I mean, I've loved playing all of them. You know, it's
Grant, can we get like an honest opinion from you here? Are you upset about the draw that you got, even though you got
so actually
you got dropped into fifth behind?
So yes, I am, because before I even saw what the layout was of who would be playing, what the bracket was going to look like, I thought that because the forfeit happened, it could have literally gone either way between Post House and us, depending on the outcome of Post House and Johnny's game.
Right.
It could have gone either way, and it just really sucks that we don't really know what that actually was. So we have to leave it up to the 7-0, which just
Right.
I don't think that would not be the actual score. I think Johnny's would have put up runs, Post House would have put up runs. Who knows what the actual outcome would have been on that game, but it really just
17-3.
sure. But it really sucks. Like being in the ones, like I've worked on to get to here for a very long time.
You have.
And for just when we played KTC, I knew we were gonna be gone weeks before. Like I was like, all right, well shit. But then also I had people who were gonna be gone a week before, and I was like, oh crap. I was texting people, OG players, I'm gonna get people to play. I'm not gonna forfeit a game. It is what it is.
Johnny's.
And what it is they had 3 girls, and they had 8 players.
I think that's 7.
Oh, they had 7. Sorry. I'm pretty sure plenty of those players on that team who could probably put a couple guys in there and could probably play a game.
Hey, unless
you may lose.
we beat Johnny's, you guys are going to get to settle it on the field for real in the playoffs.
Seth,
And that's going to be fun. Because
Either
if you
way-
were 4 or 5, it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same matchup. So
that's true. Either way, I'm really excited because we have beef. Not beef. We have
No,
we
it's
have
beef.
something to
It's
hit
beef.
with both teams.
Yep.
Oh, I have not beaten Free State,
Yep.
and I've never beaten Johnny's either. Well, we haven't beat either team yet, so
Or D-holes.
I don't want to play D-holes.
You guys get to
Hey,
Don't
Grant.
want to play D-holes.
Grant,
I love my D-holes, but I don't want to play.
slay a lot of dragons on the way to the Final Four. That's it. That's the only way you do it. You got to beat the
so
teams
it's
that
gonna
you
be
never
really
beat.
exciting. That
It's
bracket
fun.
right there is
Yep.
going to be real fun.
Yep.
Grant, I don't know if you smell or hear it. Do you hear that? It's sizzling beef. It's cooking. It's actual beef. No, you already said it. It's okay. Don't think about it. It's all right. It's okay.
I thought I
I
smelled
love
your nuts there.
everybody on all
the
the
same
teams.
thing.
What the
I
hell?
love you all.
What? That's 5. God damn it.
It's Korean barbecue.
We had Korean barbecue that one time. It was
Yeah.
good. Except Marisa said that one sauce with a sesame oil tastes like dirt. Which is probably right.
Oh, the entire time I thought it tasted like your nuts.
Moving
Hey.
on.
Hey,
And we're back.
And we're back. Yeah, thank you. By the way, Grant, real quick, as far as there being 3, at least you get the Void Love Garden. Be thankful. Be thankful. Just saying.
yeah, for getting screwed in the final rankings, I feel like you got a good draw.
I didn't pay attention to anything except for in my mind I was I want 3, but also then I did just, it was oh well, what's it all game
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Nobody in that bracket can be mad.
Hey, Grant.
No.
Grant, I'm only like a year or two ahead of you in the KVKL stands, but you were playing the Red Lion game. That's all I'm saying.
I believe it. Next one is Muddy Water versus either Red Lakes or Honey Badger. Yeah, Muddy Water.
Muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Muddy. Yeah. Muddy. Sorry. Next one. Post House versus either Love. It's Post House Love Garden. Oh, it's a rematch.
Spicy.
Rematch.
Spicy.
They want this. Red Lion. Love Garden wants this. 18-3 loss in week 2.
Can I have 30 seconds here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a
Start the
minute.
clock.
The only reason that Post House and Love Garden have to play each other here is because Post House got upset by Red Lion last year, and so they wound up with 2 number 1 seeds essentially in the same division. That division went 20-10 and just fucking dominated everybody else.
Yep.
And because there was such a clusterfuck trying to decide the 3, 4, 5, 6, which we deliberated about for 2+ hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and had multiple revotes on. Sorry, Post House. Sorry, Love Garden. You're gonna have to face yourselves in this round.
Don't apologize. I agree with you.
Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, it's just, but I feel bad that they have to face each other. At the same time, wow, what a great matchup.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So
oh my god.
neither one of these teams may like it, but I think maybe the rest of the league does.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think they beat them by so much earlier. You have to give the edge to Post House.
I think it was Memorial Day weekend though. I think that was that weird weekend, week 2.
Yeah, but Post House was
That-
missing players, and they
Yeah.
still won by 15.
Yeah, and a lot of what we talked about was that Love Garden is a different team now.
They are.
Yes. They have a
They
new
said
third
different
baseman.
defense?
So in a way, this is shitty, but it's also Love Garden's chance to prove it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were going to have to get through Post House one way or the other, probably.
Yep.
So
You know Jake's gonna be here. You know they're gonna show up. They're gonna be ready to play. It's a fucking awesome game.
Yep. Yep.
I think that Post House is gonna win this game, but if Love Garden wins it, they might have the momentum to go all the way to the title game.
yep.
What would stop them after this? I mean, I know it would be a gauntlet. They'd have to play Muddy and then KTC, but if you can put it on Post House that beats you by 13 runs or
15.
something like that early in the season, there's nothing that's going to slow you down after that.
Yep.
Yeah, 15
I got
runs,
Post
yeah.
House.
I got Post House. But look, Love Garden, they made the semifinals. But, if you look at it from last year, they beat Ghost as a 27 seed. They beat Sword as a 22 seed there. And then they beat Red Lion, who upset last night, 14 seed. So, yeah, they got the semifinals. But it's like, okay, great. But now it's like, really, you got to prove yourselves there. And look, this is a franchise that, they're a good team. But they've had, times in the playoffs there. I know they won the Twain 3 years ago in 2018. But ever since they went to the title game in 2011, what exactly have they done in the playoffs? I hate to say this, not a goddamn thing, Love Garden, and I want something to prove. And this is it.
They were
Post
upset
House-
twice in the.
What's that?
They were upset twice in the second round of the playoffs when we didn't have the Twain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate claim to fame there is that one of the only top teams to have that go against them.
Yeah, it's true. They got to prove themselves. Yeah. And like I said, you talk about the quarterfinals there between Love Garden and the Post House. I equate this, if you remember the Women's World Cup in 2018 between France and the United States. Both of them are great teams there. They just have to meet in the quarterfinals. Yeah, shit happens. It sucks, but it's there.
Yep.
Be great quarterfinals, but oh well. No, I got Post House, but hey, Love Garden, prove it.
All right.
Prove it.
This is the early game for the quarters, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark the tape, Love Garden.
Mark, check the tape right there. The gambler picks it. Okay.
I've got the same pick.
You have Love Garden.
Yeah, I do. Post House, man, when they're ahead, they play great. They are on fire. Everything is working for them.
Yeah.
You know what? They're a front runner team.
They're Tiger Woods.
When they're behind,
Yeah.
and they start their little 1 down, 2 to go bullshit stops working because everybody stops being a little less enthusiastic about it. It doesn't fucking work, and they get on each other's case. So if Love Garden jumps on them and puts 3, 4, 5 on in the first 2 innings, it's gonna get tense, and they don't have that like happy-go-lucky demeanor that's gonna bring you back. They get on each other, as Ben has seen multiple times in the playoffs. So does Love Garden have the offense to put it on them early? I don't know if they do. But Post House, you gotta change something up because it's not working.
What's funny is we both picked, ironically, we both picked Post House to win the ones. Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
Because
is.
they look great in pool play.
I'll parlay
smashing
this.
everybody.
So if I was in Vegas, I would take the parlay. So
Oh, no.
either Love Garden wins this game, or Post House wins the championship.
Yeah.
Because this is the game that Post House would lose. The early game in this round where they have too many players, they're not exactly sure what to do, where Love Garden knows exactly what they're doing, plus Jake.
I haven't seen Post
Do
House.
they know exactly what
Jake is coming.
I haven't seen Post House just tough out a win. I was standing behind their dugout. Granted, Simon and Betsy were gone. Oh my God! But like, I haven't seen them tough out a win. They got down to Ladybird early in week 6, and they were just quiet. And they were quiet. And I guess they came back later and made it a game. But like, they're not that team that's gonna like pick each other up. Maybe this tournament changes it, but until I see it, I don't believe it.
No, this is the problem that I mean, I love my Post House, but they have too many players.
Yeah.
So they're going to be stuck in that position where they are going to have to either be harsh and bench 5
Some
people.
good fucking players
Yep,
too.
they're going to have to bench 5 people completely,
Yep.
or take a loss.
Yeah.
And I feel like Love Garden knows exactly what they are. They know exactly where to insert Jake if he's making it back for the tournament. I just feel like this is a game that either Post House figures it out before this and wins the entire thing, or Love Garden beats them.
Even though recent history has been unfavorable to Love Garden. You're not confident Love Garden.
Hasn't it? Has recent history been favorable to Post House?
Post House didn't even win the Twain last year when they got booted down there.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
I
Well,
think Post House is a this round team.
This round team.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to the semis and to the final. KTC or Johnny's Harpies. KTC. Who am I kidding? So, can we just go on or not?
Yeah, I had
no.
Johnny's in the less awesome bracket, so I'll take KCC over Harpies.
Harpies? Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Okay, last year, KTC versus Free State in the second round of the playoffs, they only beat us 11-6. We always give KTC a good game. We're not going to win, but we're not going to lose by 20. And yeah, we're in the Final Four.
It's not unheard of for a 13 to make it that far.
We would be very happy, and there would be a lot of Yakamaniacs flowing. I don't know.
Rally your fucking team and make it that far. How's that?
There you go.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So all KTC. All right, put it on. So
Yeah, KTC.
next, this is the one. Either it's Muddy Waters versus Post House or Muddy Waters versus Love Garden. Who wants to go first?
I've got Muddy versus Love Garden, and I think Muddy at full strength is better than anybody in this league. So I'm gonna take Muddy on this one.
Yeah, me too. I've got Love Garden winning, and I've got Muddy over Love Garden.
I've got Muddy versus Post House, with Post House winning this one.
Woo!
Elaborate.
I think they have the speed and the place kicking and just a metric fuck ton of experience on their team. And the lineups are similar enough that from top to bottom, the lineups are similar enough that it's fairly interchangeable. And like you said earlier, is just where does it come up in their lineup? I do think that Muddy has a couple of players on their team that are the lower side of things, and they're the glue players, the utility players. You're talking Chris Hernandez, you're talking Ryan. Dakota is a new guy. Is he playoff ready? Okay. He's just, from what I have seen from him, he's good, or has the ability to be good, but he hasn't played on this stage yet. I don't even know if you guys are planning on playing him. Depends on injuries, probably. Just the lower side and injuries that have happened between Jess and Trey, and I know Trey's still recovering a little bit, but he played. Yeah, it's just some
Not
of
for
those
long. I'm gonna break that motherfucker's
Jimmy
legs.
Also with his
God, so violent today. My God, what's wrong with you guys?
yeah,
Jesus
and,
Christ.
Jimmy with his hamstring.
I'm gonna invite Trey to play a game of
Hamstrings are
poker
tricky.
until 5 o'clock in the morning before this game.
Oh my God.
So
Well, you
there's
Michael
a,
Jordan.
there's a lot of things that, in regards to how I feel about Muddy being able to stack up against Post House. I mean, I'm not talking like Post House is going to go out and rock this game. It's not going to be something like, they go out and win 12-7 or something. I feel like this is going to go out. Post House wins 5-4, 6-5, something like that. If Muddy is fully healthy and they can manage to turn it on one inning, that might trip that Post House mentality of, small collapse, let Muddy have a few runs of a buffer to work with. But man, you can only hold down a kicking team for so long. Well, that's good.
I'm with Alex. I feel like if Love Garden beats Post House, then Love Garden loses to Muddy. I feel like if Post House beats Love Garden, then Post House beats Muddy.
Okay, wow, we're split on the semifinals. Okay, and now this is it. The Cup final. 3 simple words. Who ya got? I'll go first. I said
With
before
that lead in, you have to.
I know. I would just get out of the way. So KTC, Muddy Waters had it. I said this. Now it's history. You got Muddy Waters, trying to be the first team to go back-to-back final champions since Strip Factory 15-16. Then KTC, first time to go undefeated champions since Strip Factory 15. So something's got to give. I said KTC before the season. Remains KTC. Who's next?
I've got KTC and Post House with KTC winning this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got KTC and Muddy, and actually KTC getting this one.
Ben?
Alex, if KTC plays Muddy, who wins that game?
I think that with actually having McKee there this time, it's not necessarily his
Alex,
defense.
of course.
Yeah, Alex McKee. It's not his defense, it's his offense that gives them the one extra run that puts them over the top, maybe. I don't think we'll see a situation like what we had in 18 where it was, KTC dominated Muddy because Muddy was a different team at that point. But I do think that KTC with McKee would have taken 19 just because of his offense. You're not kicking to him. You're just not kicking to him. Yeah.
I kind of feel like if I
Playoff KTC is different than one seed KTC.
Do I go with
just
my
like
So's
heart?
Muddy.
playoff
So's Muddy.
is different than one
So's
seed.
Muddy. So's Muddy.
Because Isaac was running right in after that. That would have been another run. 8 runs late, 2 outs, or 1 out.
Yep.
Because he dropped it. No one dropped it. So he would have had
He did. You're right. You're right, Jessica. Yeah, he did.
This is obviously a very close call. I don't think Alex is wrong. I don't think Cougar's wrong. I don't think Seth is wrong.
I'm always wrong.
And it's just impossible for me to pick.
So 3 out of 4 of us have KTC Muddy, right? And Alex has KTC Post. Yeah.
Yeah. But Alex said that if he had KTC Muddy, he'd pick KTC.
And you said
Which
Muddy?
makes it KTC, 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 if it's 1-2.
And you?
Jimmy wins championships.
Yeah.
I take Muddy.
So it's first time since 15-16 that Muddy Waters go back-to-back championships over the milestone of KTC going
I know.
tape to tape. First title undefeated since 15.
I feel like if I pick KTC here, I'd be doing them a disservice. So I'm gonna pick Muddy. I feel like they can do it, and if nobody else is picking them, I'm gonna.
How many championships has modern KTC won? One?
That will be in 17.
They get
18. Pardon me.
They get a
18.
lot of fucking respect off that one.
Now, they won, I mean, you
Well,
say modern
Abraxas
KTC.
won, didn't they?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I
11-13.
said, modern
11-13.
It's the
KTC.
same iteration. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, it's
Lou McKee's, Angela.
Yeah, they've
Like
got
how
two.
many? 2?
Angelo
two.
was
No,
was
Angelo got
modern
one.
later.
But-
Two
McKee's
modern
two.
championships.
Yeah,
And
the
Then
McKees
they
and
get the
Lubitz.
appropriate amount of respect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If nobody else is taking Muddy, I'm playing the house. I guess I'll take Muddy.
Muddy beat him twice.
Yep.
They haven't split
Muddy
up.
by
Oh my gosh. If it's
Muddy by the stands are empty in the 7th inning.
Jesus Christ.
Muddy by 20 hundredths of a second on a close play at home plate in extra innings.
And
How's
Alex
that?
Hellman confidently.
CJ phones in
Yeah.
from Maine. No, he missed.
Let's go to Secaucus.
So,
Hammond is on the short list. Ultimately, it's up to Stacy because she's the commish.
do we still need refs for the 3:30 games?
We
on
need
Sunday?
refs for all the championship games.
I'll volunteer.
The 3:30 games on Sunday.
Yes, we do.
The play-ins, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
boot,
I'll be
plate,
there. Anybody
boot.
else that
I'll be
gives
there.
a shit about kickball?
I want to be there. Boot, plate. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna
I'll-
have to
I'll-
play in one of those
You're
games.
playing, Cougar.
What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
You can't ref a game that you're playing in.
We better not be in the boot final, damn it.
No.
No,
We're-
what?
No,
First-
Seth's talking about the playing games. You're playing in a playing game.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
playing game. I'm talking about the
Yeah, we do
champions
need
final.
refs for the
Never
playing
mind, never mind.
games.
I'll shut up. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll have some
Sorry,
board members
sorry,
there, but
I'm
anybody
sorry,
else that
sorry,
wants to come
sorry.
out a little bit early, we could use refs.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about
Yeah,
I'm talking about the boot,
post about
plate,
it.
and 20 finals. My
Yeah.
apologies. Sorry.
Yeah. Stacy gets the hammer on the refs for the championship game, which also could make a difference, especially if Harpus is playing in the championship game.
Hey.
Have we ever had the commissioner playing in the championship game?
Never happened.
It
Never,
would.
ever happened.
Hey, if that happens,
closest
I
I think
think
is
you
Josh
should just
Hunt.
say
Closest.
throw caution to the wind and be like, you know what, I'm picking the refs I think are going to make my team win.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
All right.
So
we,
last thing.
1 in the morning.
What's that?
It is 1 in the morning.
Oh my god. By the way, if that's the case, Mighty Wars would be the fourth team to ever win 2 titles. That would be Shirt Factory, KTC, and Love Garden. Only other teams that
yeah,
won.
but only the second team to win back-to-backs.
Only second to be I'm talking about until like the fourth
Right.
team ever to win 2 titles.
All right,
yeah.
give Shirt Factory some love here and let's get the
I
fuck
will do
out.
that. Speaking of Shirt Factory, winning 5 titles in a row. The 5-time champion, Lawrence Shirt Factory of KVKO Cup titles. Your one-stop shop for all screen printing, design, and promotion needs. Check out their website and see their work. Request a quote or shop the online store at lawrenceshirtfactory.com or facebook.com/Lawrence Shirt Factory, 925 Iowa, Suite L, Lawrence, Kansas, 66044. Sales at lawrenceshirtfactory.com. No phone number or TikTok or any of that junk here. Okay, thank you, Mike Gers, for sponsoring this podcast. And to the panel, we have Seth, the Czar, Sanchez.
We're not losing to D-holes this year.
And speaking of D-holes, you got Alex, Craig Sager, Harmon saying, rebutting.
We're not losing at all. Except to get to the Twain.
That's a bold prediction.
I'm
Not
wrong.
losing it all.
We're not losing it. To Benny,
I'm
the
wrong,
Jet, Hutnick.
Let's just get the fuck out of here, Cougar. So you and I can
Okay,
cuddle.
I'm getting to it.
I'm just-
And I'm Jason Cougar, Charles Barkley Wong. Guaranteed. This the Cougar After Dark podcast is over. You want Rat-a-tat? You got it.
Fucking finally.
I know.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you, gentlemen, for sticking it out. Well, I mean, this is my weekday.
Oh God.
My wife left long ago. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she ran back to OP. Yeah.
Fucking asleep.
She and Juice have fucking taken off. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get back to Olathe and she and Juice are gonna